What if Iran's cyber attack shuts down America? YouTube documentary script approximate 10 minutes. HO Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, your phone has no signal. Your bank app won't open. Traffic lights stop working. Airports are delayed. Gas stations can't process payments. Hospitals switch to emergency backup systems. And then breaking news appears. Could this really happen? How powerful are Iran's cyber forces? And if America was digitally attacked, what would happen next? Today we're exploring one of the most alarming modern-day scenarios. What if Iran's cyber attack shut down America? For decades, wars were fought with tanks, missiles, and soldiers. But the battlefield has changed. Today, a hacker sitting behind a computer thousands of miles away can potentially cause damage that once required an army. Cyber warfare has become one of the most powerful weapons of the 21st century. And when experts discuss nations with significant cyber capabilities, Iran is often mentioned among them. Iranian-linked groups have repeatedly been accused of targeting critical infrastructure, energy systems, and government networks. US agencies have recently warned about increased Iranian cyber activity against American infrastructure. But what if a future attack became much larger? What if it wasn't just a few websites? What if entire systems were affected? The attack could begin quietly, no explosions, no warning sirens, no fighter jets. Instead, hackers might spend months secretly entering networks. They could study power grids, water systems, transportation networks, financial institutions, communication systems. Cybersecurity experts often describe this phase as reconnaissance, learning everything about a target before launching an operation. Then, on a chosen day, the attack begins. The first visible effects might appear in the energy sector. Electricity is the backbone of modern civilization. Without power, almost everything stops. Some analysts warn that cyber attacks against energy infrastructure are among the most concerning threats, because modern grids rely heavily on digital control systems. Imagine parts of major cities suddenly losing electricity. Office buildings go dark, internet services slow down, businesses close temporarily, millions begin searching for answers. Panic spreads across social media. Power outages would only be the beginning. The financial system could face disruptions. ATMs stop working, credit card payments fail, online banking becomes unreliable, people rush to withdraw cash, stock markets experience extreme volatility. Even if banks remain secure, fear alone could create economic chaos. History has shown that confidence is one of the most important foundations of any financial system. Once people begin to panic, the consequences can spread rapidly. Next comes transportation. Modern airports rely on interconnected digital systems. Railways depend on computer-controlled networks. Shipping companies use advanced logistics software. Traffic management systems coordinate millions of vehicles every day. If these systems experience disruptions, travel delays could quickly spread across the country. Flights might be grounded, cargo shipments delayed, supply chains interrupted. Within days, stores could begin experiencing shortages of certain products. Means. Then comes an even more frightening possibility. Healthcare. Hospitals today depend heavily on technology. Patient records, medical imaging, communication systems, emergency coordination. Cyber attacks against healthcare organizations have happened before around the world, demonstrating how vulnerable these systems can be. If hospitals lose access to critical systems, doctors and nurses may need to switch to emergency procedures. Healthcare workers would continue saving lives, but operations would become much more difficult. And Ornick would not simply watch. The United States possesses some of the world's most advanced cyber defense and cyber warfare capabilities. Government agencies, intelligence organizations, and cybersecurity teams would immediately begin investigating. Emergency response plans would activate. Affected systems would be isolated. Backup networks would come online. Cybersecurity experts would work around the clock. The goal would be simple: stop the attack, restore services, identify the attackers. But here's where things become dangerous. Attribution. In cyber warfare, determining exactly who launched an attack is often difficult. Hackers can hide behind servers in different countries. They can use proxy groups. They can disguise their digital fingerprints. This uncertainty creates one of the biggest risks in cyber conflict, because if leaders believe another nation is responsible, retaliation may follow. Now imagine investigators conclude that Iranian state-linked actors were involved. The crisis would immediately become geopolitical. The White House would face enormous pressure to respond. Options could include economic sanctions, diplomatic actions, covert cyber operations, or even military responses. Experts note that Iran has historically relied on cyber capabilities and proxy groups as part of its broader strategy when facing stronger conventional military powers. The danger would be escalation. One cyber attack leads to another. Retaliation triggers retaliation. A digital conflict begins spreading into the physical world.
Right.
However, there is another side to this story. Many cybersecurity experts argue that completely shutting down America would be extremely difficult. The United States has multiple layers of redundancy, backup systems, regional networks, private sector cybersecurity teams, federal agencies, military cyber units. Recent expert analysis suggests that while Iranian cyber operations can be disruptive, they are unlikely by themselves to completely change the course of a major conflict or permanently disable a nation as large as the United States. In other words, a large cyber attack could cause serious disruption, but shutting down all of America would be a far greater challenge. Malik, still, even temporary disruption could have massive consequences. A few hours of outages might cost billions of dollars. Public trust could be shaken. Markets could react violently. International tensions could rise, and governments around the world would realize something important. The next major conflict may not begin with missiles. It may begin with a keyboard. So, what if Iran's cyber attack shut down America? The reality is that a complete shutdown is unlikely, but a large-scale cyber attack causing serious disruption is a scenario that governments and security experts actively prepare for. Because in today's world, power isn't measured only by armies and weapons. It's also measured by code, by networks, and by who controls the digital systems that keep modern civilization running. The question is no longer whether cyber warfare matters. The question is, if the next war starts online, will the world be ready? Asterisk. What do you think would happen if a massive cyber attack hit America tomorrow? Let me know in the comments.